I'm a woman and I'd be okay being approached in the gym. The same could be said for women too. If you see someone you like, don't be afraid to approach them and have a conversation. We get in our heads that starting a conversation with strangers is weird or creepy, but it's not. It's how you approach someone and being respectful. Why don't you approach him? Most men will think any signal you're sending is in their head, something they're imagining, or not intended for them. I know if my gym crush came up to me and started a conversation, that would eliminate the does she think I'm a creep factor. Good luck. I approach women at the gym all the time. Never aggressive, disrespectful, or the slightest bit sexual. People know within a few seconds how things are going to play out, so why be an ass to start? Men are fools anymore. Learn to talk to people. I mean, you go girl. Personally, 25F the gym is my safe space. I can be invisible and no one is looking at me. No makeup, no fancy clothes. I'm just there 1000 to focus on myself and catch up on my gossip podcast. If a guy, even attractive, were to come up to me, even if I was 100 into him, I'd forever be uncomfortable at the gym because I don't want to know people are checking me out. Why don't you try being okay with making your own approaches? Nobody can read minds or signals. Learn how to be a good communicator and use your words to tell people what you want. That's the best way to ensure you will actually get it. Otherwise you and your gym crush are playing the worst game of chicken where everyone loses. Honestly, if anybody's crush reacts badly to checks notes talking to them, chances are the idea you had about them is not aligned with who they actually are, and they just did you a favor. Save your emotional energy hoping and do it yourself. THEGM is ntia.ing app yeah, no it's real life where people used to interact with each other. How about you make a move? Noted. I've been going back and forth about asking my gym crush out. I think he'll do it. I definitely feel a vibe between us, and one of the trainers hinted at it to both of us recently. Just need to get the nerve. Nice timing with your post. I was planning on asking her to go for coffee this week. Until you approach, and the next thing you know is being shamed on TikTok. Nah, I'm good. What's stopping you from making the move? Then why don't you approach him since you understand the situation? Guys are much more relaxed on this whole situation. We don't mind being approached almost anywhere. We try to make ourselves convenient. I don't really believe you. The thing is, yeah, it'd be okay to be approached by attractive men in the gym, but those are not really the sort to approach you or ask around these parts. If it's okay to approach a woman at the gym, I'm guessing that is more in the realm of men that you have no interest in ever being approached by :D. Sorry, I'm not approaching a woman at the gym unless it's blatantly obvious she wants me to talk to her. Most that might happen is I nod and say hi. It's not worth the trouble. I'm not a gym goer, but I'll literally talk to anyone who acts respectful towards me. The problem with the creepy guy gym vids on social media is negativity gets more clicks, so that's what PPL put out. PPL see something go viral usually because it's negative, shocking others end up trying to emulate it. So it becomes a trend, which messes with PPL's perception of reality, then affects their behavior. Unfortunately, the kinds of guys who don't care about coming off as pushy, who don't give a f about respect boundaries, are the ones who do the majority of approaching. That's why many women now say they'd rather be left alone, not because all guys are a threat, but because the respectful ones don't tend to present themselves as much as the crazy, entitled ones do. Kinda like how guys think all women are vain, attention seekers. It's because that's all they see. The shitty PPL have just been given too big of a spotlight, gotten way up in everyone's face. Girl, go talk to that man. He's probably just as scared of you as you were of him. I think there's a very respectable way to do this. Ideally building rapport first. Personally, I'd make friends with her first and get to know if she is single. If you man or woman are in a public space, you're fair game to be approached, as long as they respect you in your answer. 30-yo male here. I approached a woman at the gym last month and it took a lot to build up. It was a woman who I've seen there at least 3 times a week. I went more often, but our schedules definitely lined up similarly. She would sometimes make brief eye contact, so I knew she knew I existed. There was one day where the gym was totally empty and she took the equipment directly next to me. I took this as my sign to say hi. All that, and it didn't end up working out. I wouldn't ask someone who I've never seen before. People are afraid or weird about the gym, so I wouldn't ask someone that maybe already feels uncomfortable. I try to walk around with my head up, eyes looking forward at eye level. A lot of people walk around with their eyes down or at their phone. If someone looks like they have headphones on and their eyes aren't up, I feel it's safe to assume they aren't open to strangers coming up to them. Yes, to want to approach at the gym. Hell no, not risking that. Signals? Huh, I can't read them, nor do I want to misread. Either she asks me out, or nope, why don't you make the move and ask him out? What signals are you giving him? It's so easy misread. Hey, can I ask what type of signals you would give a crush? For my clueless mate off. Make a shirt saying that and wear it to the gym.